What's up, guys? Can you hear me? What's up? What's up? Can y'all hear me? What? Can you hear me now? Oh, hey. All right. Can you hear me? Tell me if you can actually hear my voice. Yeah. I got my earphones in. Hey. Y'all ready? Hmm. A bit muffled. Hold on. Chanel, can you hear me now? All right. Tell me if you guys can actually hear me clearly. If not, I'm gonna have to take this earpiece out, this headset off. Let me know if you can hear me clearly before we get started. All right, because we're going to talk about we're going to have a little discussion around spiritual stories. And I just want to make sure you guys can actually hear me before we actually get started. Let me see if I can see y'all on YouTube real quick. Hold on. Because I feel like I got two lives going. So do I have two lives going? It feels like I got two. So let me click out of one of them. Let's see. All right. Can you give me a 1 if you can hear me clearly? A 2 if it's muffled? I'm going to do that just to make sure y'all can hear me before we get started on our actual session. All right. 1, you can hear me well. Great. That's perfect. Let me see if I can hear myself. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Who says that? Hold on. Hold on. That's perfect. Let me see if I can hear myself. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Who says that? I can hear myself well. All right. 24 people in the chat, guys. So we are back to have what's up, everybody. Let me acknowledge some people before we get started, guys, because this is just like a little intimate chat. So it really doesn't matter how many people get in here. I want to say what's up to DKM Essence. How you doing? Kelton, what's up? Chanel, Monica, Nicole, Boutique TV. How you doing? Okay. Tabitha Thompson, girl, what's happening? Monet, you back in the building, girl. What's up, Constance? Ivy, GT. We have R. Michelle Smith. What's up, girl? We have Shell Yaval. What's up? Felicia, you in the building? I think, did I say Kelton? What's up, Kelton? Ivy is in the building. Elizabeth Gutsmore. You have a reading, girl. You just booked today, I think. You have a spiritual psychic reading coming up. I just saw it. Let's see, let's who else we got? We got Nexa. How you say it? How am I saying it right? Exa. I can't say it, child. Forgive me. Tila, what's going on, girl? Let's see. We got a lot of people. We got a few people in the chats. Shakilia Livingston. What's up, girl? What's up? Halos and Horns, you are back in our building. We got Beloved Lights. How you doing? And Mono Kind. What's up? What's up? You coming from the UK, child. You love the avatar? Child, I still got this system. I was like, at first it was a good little system. After a while, I'm like, I don't want to be committed to this. You know me, I'm a Cancer child. I don't want to commit to nothing, except I don't want to commit to dates and times and places. But anyway, guys, welcome to the chat. We're going to have like a little, we're going to have a discussion around spiritual stories and share some stories on some spiritual experience. It's Benzina. Yes, thank you, girl. Thank you for give me the clarity. We're gonna talk. We're gonna share some spiritual stories. I'm gonna drop the link. You can get on screen. You can stay blacked out. It's totally your decision on your spiritual story and what you want to share. And maybe I can help you, a few of you, with some spiritual stuff that you're going through. if you're going through anything that is a concern. This is not a reading, but we're just sharing stories, and maybe somebody in the chat can help you too. We have a lot of spiritual people that are in the chat, and then maybe some people can shed a little light on some of the experiences that you've had. All right. So, um, the first thing I want to say is that having spiritual experiences, whether that's with a spirit or an entity, um a lot of people experience that. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've experienced it. Give me a 2 in the chat if you haven't experienced any spiritual activity in your home, your apartment, in someone else's home, someone else's apartment. Give me a 1 if you've experienced spiritual activity, and give me a 2 if you have never experienced any type of spiritual or spirit energy or entity, shadows. Give me a 1 if you experienced it, and a 2 if you've never experienced it ever. A lot of ones are in the chat. A lot of ones are in the chat. Let's see. Let me see if I could kind of pull up some of y'all's questions. So Lindsay is a 1. Let me go back up to the top. All right. A lot of people. So we're going to start with halos and horns. Of course, she's got a skull for a thumbnail, so we know she has experienced quite a few things. We have Monique, Mona Nicole TV, Boutique TV. She's also experienced a few situations. You got a beautiful thumbnail. We have Monet. She's also experienced some stuff. Chevelle, yeah, Yavel, she's experienced some things. R. Michelle Smith has also experienced some stuff. GT, you have as well. Chanel, of course, she's experienced some things. Felicia has as well. What's up, Morgan? She's experienced some things. Tila was playing with some things that she shouldn't have been playing with, but we'll discuss that on another day. Little bit so 1K, she's never experienced any spiritual activity. Welcome to the chat. Lindsay, you have. All right. Let's see who else we got. The beloved says no, she's never experienced any spiritual activity. Shanice, right? What's up? She's experienced it. Nancy F. Lily B, what's up, girl? You've experienced it. Sydney Sidyum has experienced it. Crystal Johnson. So we have a lot of people. Censor text 888 of your angel numbers. That means abundance. So you must be saying, I'm going to stay abundant and be abundant. 888. All right. Let's see what else we got. We got a lot of people have experienced it. Ms. Vanessa, New Beginnings, she's experienced it. A lot of people. All right. So let me ask you a question. When you experienced a spiritual activity, whether it was a spirit or an entity, how did you feel? Did you feel afraid? Did you feel afraid by it? And tell me, give me an age. Two things. The age you were, and did you feel afraid? In the comment section, please. And I'll tell my story. All right. All right. I've been going through it. Gotcha. All right. I have my many occurrences actually. Halos or horns. First time it was negative. I thought it was the devil. I was about 12. All right. All right. So I think the first time I can remember actually having any spiritual activity, and I know this is going to sound weird, but I felt like I was about 2 years old, and it was a white woman floating above me. Okay. That's the first time I remember it. The second time I remember spiritual activity was in my grandmother's house. I was in elementary school, and behind the stairwell, there was some spirit activity. It was scary. It felt negative. Um, it felt very negative. Let me see what y'all are saying. Around 12, I saw my grandmother after she died in the rocking chair. Wow. All right. And then you say, Monet, you were afraid. You were 11. Okay. I was 2 years old. Saw a woman floating above me. First time was 8 and you were scared. Halo said, oh, I was 4 years and it was an angel talking to me. Ooh, let me not bash you up. 14, wasn't afraid because I knew it was my grandma. Gotcha. All right. It happened to me multiple times throughout my life, young as 4. Gotcha. I've experienced several times from 6 years old to 20s. Each time felt scary. 17, I heard my mom's spirit after her passing. Wow. I could see and talk to my grandmother and aunt. I was 3 or 4, I felt at the time. A few months, I heard a man get out, say, get out. That must have been scary. Oh, Lord. Not afraid. I knew she was okay. Gotcha. Saw animals, family members can smell them. Gotcha. Mine started when I was about 7th grade. Lived in a house that had spirits. From then on, many more occurrences. Yep. Once you experience a spirit, you experience them. And it may not be back to back. It may be in one location that you experienced it. Then you go move somewhere else, you never experience it. Then you move to another location and you experience it again. So it just depends on the location. It depends on where you live. Seen a dead man hanging on our wall room. Whoa, that must have been scary. I was afraid then, and it was the night after the death of my grandmother. I was 32. 25, I was shocked. They moved something on my altar. It was my grandparents' altar. Wow. 30s, it was strong. Auras walked into a bright orb. Dream visit, bad one. Choking while half asleep. Whoa. Now, I've had a situation where when I was probably, y'all ever had a bed vibrating before? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a bed vibrating or you felt your bed vibrating. Not like The Exorcist, but it's like almost like you're on a sauna or like a little vibration, almost like you're like in a little, like a chair at the nail spa. Give me a 1 if you've ever felt a vibration in the bed. Give me a 2 if you've never felt a vibration in the bed. I've had a 1. I've had a vibration in the bed. That shit was scary. Is that spirit energy, right? Rocking your bed. All right. So I would suggest if you have that happen, you definitely put a Bible next to the bed. I would suggest people put a Bible under the bed and get your rosary too. Sleep with that rosary in the bed. Put the rosary in the bed. I actually have in my house, I have rosaries under every bed. I have 2, 3 rosaries under every bed. The first time I ever experienced the vibration in the bed, believe it or not, my husband was being affected first. Um, he was saying the bed is vibrating. Like, I feel like the bed is vibrating sometimes. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, I promise you, the bed, no, fully awake, up, sleep, not sleep, literally vibrating, not sleeping. Okay. I'm talking about you are not sleeping. You're not dreaming. You're not just waking up. You're not halfway asleep. I'm talking about vibrating. Okay. The first time I experienced a vibration in a bed was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. We were living in this really beautiful, spacious apartment home. And they called it an apartment home because it was like 1,600 square feet, 3 bedrooms, really nice. And he was saying, I feel like, okay, let me go back to the beginning. I was a casino manager. I always tell y'all I used to be a casino manager. And my schedule I also had vibration on the sofa before, but let me tell y'all this story. So I was a casino manager, so I used to rotate my schedule every year. The first year I got married, I was on day shift. The second year I got married, I was on like a mid shift. The third year I got married, I was on swing shift. Well, we were living in this beautiful apartment homes, really nice. And my husband was telling me, he said, since you've been going to work at night, I feel like something's in this. He said, I feel like something's in the apartment. I'd be feeling like something's weird. So I was like, really? Because I had lived there before he even moved there. Because I had that apartment first before he moved in with me. And so I was like, I never felt nothing. So one morning he's like, come get in the bed. Because I guess I had gotten out the bed and went in the living room. And he called me. He said, hey, can you come and get in the bed? And I felt it. So he was the one that initially felt the bed vibrating first, but that's vibration energy. So I would suggest to you, if you've ever felt a vibration, definitely, um, definitely put a Bible under your bed. Definitely put some. I'm not talking about just some old cheap old rinky-dink rosaries. Get a good quality rosary from a Christian store or a spiritual store. So if somebody says they have black tourmaline earrings, okay, gotcha. Some people put the black tourmaline crystals under it. That's a good suggestion too. That's what I'm saying. So let's see. Say halos and horns. You know what I mean? Empaths go through it. I sleep with black tourmaline crystals. Okay. Something was pushing my bed like it was trying to get my attention. Have you ever had something hit your bed before? Like almost like you're sleeping and somebody try to wake you up and it's like a quick hit, like wake up. I've had that happen before too. So that was an experience that I had um when I was actually, when we were in that apartment. And this was about 5 years ago. But yeah, we had like a little vibration going on. And then I would feel the vibration on the sofa, under the sofa, like the sofa too. So it was the love seat sofa. The love seat sofa would have like a small vibration to it. But it definitely was vibration like under the bed. So I would suggest to anybody um just to have a Bible. I would put one under the bed. I have one even in my daughter's room. I have a Bible, right next to her bed. I have rosaries in every part of my house. I think I have over shit out. They come 30 in the bag. It's those little handheld rosaries, like a coin. And I have them all over the house, everywhere. Let's see. Something's about tapping on the wall. Have you ever had something come to your front door, knock on the door, nobody's there? Not a prank, not a prank, but like somebody literally coming up. All right. Somebody said I woke up to knocks. I was out and I was 3. Always think somebody's at the front door. Don't answer it. Don't acknowledge it. Just like you wouldn't acknowledge a person coming to your house unexpectedly. You don't acknowledge those things. I hear a knocks all the time, but nobody be there. Yep. That's also too. Do you guys know that spirits travel together? Anybody know that? Put a 1 in the chat if you know that spirits travel together. Put a 2 in the chat if you didn't know that. Spirits travel together. So this is why you can't get comfortable thinking, oh, it's just one spirit energy. You got to make sure that when you feel or you see or you hear things, that you understand um that spirits do travel together. Give me a 1 if you know spirits travel together. Give me a 2 if you didn't know that. So I see a few 1s and I see a few 2s. Yep. Knocking on the door, calling your name. You thought so and so called you, so and so thought you called them. Nobody called each other. Same thing. All right. So people say they're bringing their homies. Yep. I heard those knocks after my aunt died in 1998. Gotcha. Yep. So they'll knock on the door and they travel together. Do you know children travel with them as well? Did y'all know that? Spirit children. Spirit children travel with spirits. Did you know that? What about pets? Put a 1 in the chat for children. Did you know children travel as well? Have you ever encountered a child spirit? I have. I have 2 spirits at my work. I'm there for hours by myself and they're in there messing around. Give me a 1 if you know about child spirits. Give me a 2 if you've never felt child spirits before. They have children spirits too. A lot of y'all don't experience a lot, huh? I used to have a child spirit will run up to me when I was sleeping and be in my face. Like, you know how little kids run up to you when you're sleeping and they kind of get in your face a little bit? I've had that happen. Little children spirits, animal spirits too. Give me a 1 if you've ever encountered an animal spirit. Give me a 1 for animal spirit. Give me a 2 for no. Oh, y'all around here. Y'all want to talk? We're going to talk. Give me a 1 for animal spirits. Give me a 2 for no. All right. I've experienced it all. Male spirits, female spirits, grandmother spirits, children spirits, dogs. Yeah, actually, dog. Not. I've never had a cat, but dog spirit. All right, gotcha. So I saw three animals. Yep. Remember, I posted that picture on YouTube. That was actually one of them was a dog and one was a cat spirit. All right. So anybody want to come in the chat and share a story? I can drop the link. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come into the chat. I don't even know how it works really, but we will try to we'll try to do it. Let's see if we can do it. That's the link for the chat. If anybody else wants to come out, you can keep your screen black or you can yeah, flip it around. One big black dog stays in the living room. Whoa. Ooh. A spirit that was just light. Okay, gotcha. Songs wake me up in my head. All right, so Surval Val is coming through. We're gonna add her to the stream. What's up, girl?
Hey, can you hear me?
Can y'all hear her?
Hello?
Let me see if I can get your mic. Let's see. Let me see if I can. Val,
Yes, do you hear me?
I can't hear her, guys. Can y'all hear her? So I'm trying to get you.
No,
And Halos and Harnesses on here. All right. So
I
how
don't
can
know
I?
why my mic isn't working.
Can y'all hear me? Okay. Halos and Harnes put yes. So how do I hear y'all?
Okay, I'm accessing my
So
mic.
I'm trying
Hopefully
to
my
get.
mic is,
Okay, I need to. Your mic is on.
it says
Your
host
mic
has
is
unmuted
on.
mic.
Okay. So Halos, your
Hmm.
mic is on. Let's see. So edit settings. I want to hear you. Can y'all hear them in the chat?
I'm not talking. Can y'all hear me?
Hello?
Can y'all hear them? I can't hear them at all.
I
Let me
can't
hear.
hear anything.
Oh, gotcha. I
Hello?
hear. Yeah, I hear you now.
Cool.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, let me mute Halos and Horn first. So I want to hear your story. All right, and then I think it's just me and you. All right, so go ahead, girl. What's up? How you doing? Can you hear me? Okay, hold on. Let me turn this off. I think I'm hearing something else. Can you hear me, Chevalier?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, girl. All right, so we are on the mic. We in the building now. All right, so go ahead and share your story, girl.
Um, well, I was asleep,
Mhm,
so it felt like a dream, but I'm gonna tell you when it felt real. Like,
mhm.
one of those dreams where you can physically feel something.
Wow.
Um, so I was asleep
Mhm,
and I have a little dog. She sleeps in my room, but she doesn't sleep on my bed.
mhm.
And so in the dream, there was like a little poop stain at the end of my bed. I said, what the hell is this? So I jumped up because I was going to go to my bathroom to clean it off my bed. And
Uh-huh.
when I reached for the door, there was a tug, like as if someone was holding it on the other end. And I
Wow.
looked down at the floor and I saw like a shadow, like I saw like 2 feet, like someone standing behind my door.
Oh my
And so
God.
I yanked it and it was my mom. She did a little like a little peekaboo, like, hey, like I guess to test to make sure that I wasn't like scared. And and I just, I got so excited.
So, and you said you got so excited. What happened? He cut off. Can you hear me? I think she got. Did you mute yourself, Cheval?
Went in and
Oh,
out.
say you got. Yeah, you went out for a little bit, but you said you got so excited. What
Um
happened?
that I screamed mom, then I like reached and I hugged her and I physically felt her solid body. And then I woke up. I was
Wow.
kind of disappointed when I woke up because I was like, man, had I calmed down a little bit, maybe we could have had a conversation. I don't know. So
That's
I
the
was a
trick
little,
though, Chevelle. So when you dream, like when I've dreamed of my mom a few times since she passed, and the trick is to keep yourself calm, because once you get too excited, you wake up, right? And then you lose
yeah,
the connection. So
I
that's a
lost it
good
immediately. So
immediate, it
yeah,
happens immediately. So it's important, like for you and for me, because my mom just passed. It's important for us to stay calm when we do get to see our parents, our loved ones, because we get more time with them. Because I was the same way. I saw my mom and I got so excited, but either about a third or fourth dream, the interaction that I had with her, I was able to keep myself calm enough to see her, to hug her too. Physical, just what you just said, her physical body and her warmth. And I felt the
yeah.
same thing. So I believe you 100% because I had the same experience. So let me ask you a question. Were you asking to see your mom, or did it just happen?
I was really depressed that it wasn't at night. Like this was like a little nap. I cried. I basically cried myself to sleep. I was so angry, and I think I was a little depressed, and so I cried myself. One of those sobbing cries that I think I fell asleep, like of just pure exhaustion.
Yeah,
And I think that's why she came because it's not like I
to
had called
comfort
her.
you, to comfort you.
So it's just
And like she came to comfort you in a trying time, right? That's what you're saying. Can you hear me? I
I
don't know. Okay, I'm hearing you now.
every time my phone gets dark, for some reason it cuts off. But
You might have to
sorry.
you may have to go in your settings and put timeouts 30 minutes. You know
Okay,
how, like, because your phone starts to time out after 30 seconds, you may have to time it out after 30 minutes.
gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, that's a beautiful story, girl. So how did
yeah.
you feel like being able to see her? Did you feel
Well, that was the crazy part is that she looked like a photo that I have on my wall. Like so
wow?
she came exactly as that photo. I'm natural, like I have natural curly afro and but when she was alive, she had a perm.
Yeah,
So she came to me in my dream back when she was natural, which is the picture that I have on the wall. So I thought that
wow.
was pretty cool because it was kind of like her showing me like, hey, you and I have the same hair now. Like I'm natural now.
And showing you
So
and showing you that she's okay, and showing you that she's healthy, and showing that she's doing well. The thing about it is when people pass, we be so devastated, but then when you see them in dream form, they look so damn happy. They look like they're
yeah.
doing good.
She looked younger too. I mean,
Yup,
not
they
as young, but she looked like a younger version. Because in that picture, she was a younger version.
version.
Yeah, I'm a lot older than what she was in that picture, but
Yeah.
it's still like. I wanted to ask you something. I
Mhm.
thought that when they come visit you like that, that's kind of like that's a last vision visit before they reincarnate again.
I don't know about that because I feel like I've seen my mom several times since that dream.
Oh,
And I would have to do more research on the fact that, they reincarnate, that was their visit before they reincarnate. But no, I just feel like they're just, when they get ready, they just feel like they want to visit. They visit. I know I had been asking for my mom to come and she came, but I would have to do more research on that part. I
yeah,
do, I do agree with the part about they look younger, they look healthier.
yeah,
And I hear that a lot from my clients, and I see that a lot in my dreams. And, I would say my visions, I guess you would say, they always come back looking healthier and they always come back looking younger.
yeah,
So but while we're devastated, crying, upset, depressed, I've seen my mom at the mall. I've seen my mom at her house dancing. I've seen my mom pretty much a lot of different places look like she's doing well.
yeah.
So I'm like, I'm over here crying in the corner, and you're at the damn mall. Like, what? So yeah, so it's amazing though. But that's a beautiful story. What's your mom's name?
So you see my handler, it's Shell Eval. Well, my name is Michelle, her name is Eval, and her birthday
Oh,
was yesterday, which
oh, that's
yeah, the
beautiful.
23rd.
Oh, it's beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing your story. We're gonna let the next person come on. See, that's great. I get to talk to y'all now. All right, girl. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. All right. So let's see. We're gonna do halos and horns. Halos, what's up, girl?
How you doing, Blue?
What's up, baby? What's up, girl? So shout out your YouTube channel. Tell us a little bit about it before you start your story.
Okay, so I started my channel this past January. You inspired me, a lot of other YouTubers who do
Go ahead
tarot
and shout them
inspired
out.
me.
Shout them out.
Blue Nola Nation, Blue Nola, Blue Nola Tarot, Shanetta's Divine Tarot, Rosology,
Uh-huh.
The Ghetto Nun,
Oh, the ghetto
Tarot
nun. I
Princess.
never heard of that before.
Oh yeah, she's a real interesting energy, but I do vibe with her.
Okay,
Um, Tarot
cool.
Priest. That's all I can think
Pretty
of.
much about it. I've
Yeah.
never heard of any of them, but yeah, I love to have people shout out people who inspire them. That's great. All right, so you do tarot. So tell me a little bit about like your journey, just about tarot, how you even got started.
Okay, so I live in a Bible state. Like it's still epically Christian. But my first experience, I was about 15 or 16.
Mm-hmm.
I I was struggling with understanding my Christianity and how religion just felt so restrictive. So I started to step out, and tarot was the first thing. Well, really was crystals. Crystals was the first thing that really grabbed me, but tarot was the first thing that I went, wow, I really want to study this. I really want to get into this. I like this form of divination.
Gotcha.
So I went to the local bookstore because I was real scared. I was like, I really want somebody to gift me a deck, but I ain't gonna get that in this little town right here.
Because there's this rule about if you gift a deck, something about gifting decks or something, right?
Yes, yes. It is
Gotcha.
good to get gifted a deck, but if you just live in a community where it's not respected and people don't care for it,
Yeah.
you can go get your own. So I went to the bookstore with my little $20, and
Yeah.
I was like, all right, what deck am I getting? And I got a regular Rider Waite deck.
Gotcha.
And the first person I showed it to was a teacher. She was one of my favoriteest teachers, closest person in my
Uh-huh.
life spiritually. And
Wow.
she didn't freak out when I showed her the deck because I brought it to school and everything. I had been studying in silence. I was like, we were really into it. But she told me,
Hmm.
uh, everyone will not understand this.
They don't. They
So
don't.
be very careful who you show this to and who you share this with.
That's right. That's right.
And that it didn't scare me, but it made me put tarot down. And that deck sadly went away. But I
Gotcha.
recently, once I got to college and I realized my freedoms, we went right back into the crazy. We went right back into it. So now I am about 6 years into it.
Wow.
6 years into reading for myself. I just recently, like in the past 2 years, started reading for other people.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say that I'm on your level yet, but the people that I do read for, we've had some experiences, put it like that. We've had moments, and I tell people all the time, I scare myself sometimes because I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not doing this. I promise you it's not a card trick. I just shuffle and this is what the cards say. I
What
just read
comes
the
out.
cards.
That's right. That's too funny. So, what's your spiritual story?
Um, which one? I got a couple. Let's
Well,
see.
yeah, something that people, resonated with. Anything that you feel comfortable with, actually. I don't want to control your energy. What
Um,
you feel that is a story that you want to share.
this one happened recently.
Hmm.
Um, I was just my friend texted me out the blue, and she sent me a chart, and I immediately was like, "Who is this man? Is this your new crush?" Whoa, what? Like I was just reading his chart, and she was just like, "No, this is a coworker. He just wanted you to read his chart." And I go to read the chart, and I'm just typing what I know, looking at it, and he texts. I said specifically, uh, this type of person with this sign in this place. has typically a thicker body type. They might be a little bit more on the larger side. And he literally texted me back, "How did you know I was on the thicker side?" I said, "I read your chart. That's it. I just read the chart."
And do you find charts easy to read? Because I feel like you really got to do your homework on charts.
I still have a lot to dig into. Like, I still haven't really gotten into squares and sextiles and all those different components. But as far as just reading the planetary energy with the sign and the house, I would say it's relatively easy. It's hard because there's 12 of them. So treat it. My advice is to treat it like your sign. Like, you know everything about your sign that you can possibly know.
And then love and read everything around it later. Yeah.
Just that grow and step out. So the energy that you feel most drawn to, like, I'm a Virgo. I love water signs. So they was the first people I was looking at.
Gotcha. I know I read, of course, I know how to read charts as well. And I agree. Start with your own chart. Because then it gets you interested in doing it. Even when I used to train employees in the business that I was in, I would always have them look up their own information because it got them so excited about searching for it, right? And that's a good tip for people. Like, when you're learning natal charts or birth charts or compatibility charts, start with the people, start with yourself, start with somebody that you're interested in. And that's how you really learn it and you love it. That's a great tip. Oh, that's a great tip. And so you reading charts, you're able to determine, just like I do with tarot to some degree, how this person is going to look, the energy this person is going to convey, and all of that.
Yes.
Gotcha. That's cool. I love that. And so the spiritual story is that you literally had this connection through the chart about a person, and you are right.
I have never seen this man before. I don't know him from a can of paint. And I read his chart. And he was just like, "How do you know all of this about me? How do you I have never met this man ever
in your life."
Never. He could have walked by me on the street. I'd never know.
And so you being in your what's the link to the what app do you use, or what website did you visit to do charts?
I go to Astrodent, and Cafe Astrology was my first one. Cafe Astrology, if you go there, they read you for filth. Usually people who are skeptical, when I introduce them, I use the Cafe Astrology one. I just be like, "Here, read your chart," and they be like, "What? Wait a minute."
Astro.com, Cafe Astrology. I use Cafe Astrology too, so I love them as well. And I think they do a good job. And it's for free, guys. Cafe Astrology is for free, unless I guess you want something more deeper, I guess. But I know you can get a birth chart or a natal chart, if you call it that, or a compatibility chart. You can even do celebrities if you know. You may not know the time that they were born, but you can do them from the city that they were born in and all that. So it's a really good tool to use. And also too, you get a chance to I did one on me and my husband, and they said we are totally not compatible. And to some degree, I do feel like on some degree, that chart was right. But he was like, "That thing is so negative." I'm like, "No, right? We're totally different, right? We're totally different. So it is one. But I love Cafe Astrology. All righty, girl. Well, thank you so much for chiming on in. I'm glad I got to talk to you. Continue to learn your tarot and focus on your craft. It's every day, even for me.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm evolving and growing and getting better and more connected every day.
I recently did 30 days of shadow work. Tomorrow is day 30.
Gotcha. So you do shadow work on your channel?
I have not yet introduced it, but I do plan on doing a series. I got a couple little ideas and things in mind. I literally just finished the biggest test of my life and am moving to graduate from college. So we're trying to get big things moving, but we're trying to also keep doing tarot and keeping the channel up. So we got a lot going on.
So when you say we, is you and a group of people?
No, right now it's just me, but I do want to bring on some more spiritual people. I'm trying to find my little soul tribe and just put out content, because I do want to introduce other forms of spirituality, not just what I do, because I do consider myself a Christian witch, but
I
it's
do
a lot
too.
going on with that. But
Yeah.
I do want to introduce other things, like a lot of people don't understand Christian witchcraft and all that, and I be having you be seeing me in the chat. I'm learning to control myself and not get
Yeah.
so
But
out
only
there.
A Christian, which just means you still put religion, you still put whatever your Christian beliefs in. You're connecting both
Yes.
spirituality and
That's why
Christianity.
when you said the Bible under the bed, I said yes. Reading
Yeah.
Psalms and Proverbs right
So
now.
so that's all that means, guys. That's all that means. So when you hear people saying I'm a Christian witch or I'm a Christian psychic or I'm a Christian spiritualist, that just means they incorporate both worlds into one. That's why you see so many spiritual readers with crosses and rosaries and stuff, because they still keep that incorporated. And I think it's a good thing to keep it. I think it's a good thing to keep them connected, because it keeps you in the light and out of the darkness. It keeps a lot of the negative energy under some level of control, and it keeps it with the creator. So I think it's a good thing to keep it, to do that. So I'm same thing. I just don't call myself a witch. I used to get offended by words like that, but now I'm like, child, I'm a witch. I'm a whatever, hocus pocus, child, whatever.
Yeah,
But
me too. I be drinking my tea and I be burning my sage.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now I'm just completely immersed in it, and I accept it, and it is what it is. But thank you so much for the feedback. So guys, don't forget to check out those Cafe Astrology, Astro Go app. Check out, somebody else posted another link, another link about if you want to do your birth chart, you want to do a compatibility chart on you and the person that you met. It's a great way to kind of decipher or to dig into if this person's a good fit for you. So yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me, and
You're
I'll see you back
welcome.
in the chat.
Yes, indeed. Take care, girl. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Anybody else want to jump into the chat? I'm going to post the link. See how easy it is? You don't have to even get on screen, child. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm the same way. I'm like more of a Christian based reader, spiritualist. Our Michelle just took look at my BC, no time on it. I still do a chart? Let me see. You can still do a birth chart. You have to have your city, your name, and if you don't have the time of birth, it's okay. You don't have to have the time of birth, but you can still do it. If you want to jump into the chat, share some information, let me know, and we can pop on through here. We're just talking. So anyway, guys, so Google birth charts. Yeah. Somebody said Google birth charts. Yeah, I've done one on myself. My daughter, she's 13 now. She's really into birth charts. She will get everybody's birth chart. She even had me digging for birth certificates in order to get the time of birth. So yeah. So do you do spiritual stories have to be light? Ooh. Do y'all want to hear her spiritual story? Let's see. Also known as trauma work, but going through things that trigger you, that cause you to be a person you don't like. Whoa. All right. So she said 30 days of shadow work. Where I just posted her information on the chat, so you guys can follow Halos and Horns Tarot. So that you guys can, when she starts to do the shadow work, she can show y'all exactly what she's doing. All right. Let's see what else we got. It was under my mattress, like our mama's. Yeah. Anybody else want to jump into the chat and just say hello and come through? What's up? Anybody else want to come through the chat and say what's up? I'm dropping a link again. And again, you just have to get on screen, child. Anybody, it's just an intimate group of 72 people. If you want to come on in and chat, Tinen, what's up? Are you coming through, Tinen? I wanted you to share that story about spiritual husbands. So let me tell y'all what a spiritual husband is from what I've experienced. All right. Spiritual husband is a spirit energy that will come and visit you and try to have an intimate relationship with you. The experience that I had, I just dropped the link to them. The experience that I have had with the spiritual husband was being touched intimately, trying to simulate sex with you, right? A lot of times spiritual husbands, if you don't clear that energy, right? If you don't clear that energy, they'll visit again. It also blocks you from having relationships with real men, etc., etc. So that's what a spiritual husband is. So Tinen actually had that experience. She and I did a reading. But what she had done is, yeah, it's like you're sleeping, but this spirit, not person, but this spirit is trying to physically have sex with you. You definitely don't want it touching you, trying to have sex with you, being intimate with you. It's negative, it drains your energy, and it tries to stop you from having a relationship with other people. So it can prevent that, right? Because it's trying to be a spiritual husband, which means it takes the place of a partnership energy. So T-Man had an experience where she actually went to Africa. Well, she went to, I guess, her hometown, and she had a cleansing done. And I wanted her to share that story if she, like an incubus. And she wanted to, and you can't talk. You can't talk. Nope, you can't barely move. But it's not just holding you down. It's trying to have intimacy with you. So it's not just like paralysis. It's not just sleep paralysis. It's like actually trying to have sex with you. So if Tinan, if you could click on the link that I dropped and try to join the chat so you can talk to them about what happened, that would be great. Because I want her to share exactly how she got her cleansing done for the situation. Just Shanda said, oh my God. It happens. I'm telling you, it happens. And this is why we're doing this session. Just to share some stories. People don't really realize, like, people really be going through some stuff. People be really getting engaged with certain spirits and energies and stuff like that. So, that's why I wanted to do this live so we can have that discussion about it. Anybody new to this chat? Anybody new to this chat, please? Anybody new? Raise your hand if you're new. Let's see, I'm not even paying attention to the comment section. And a lot of people are in the comment section on the videos. All right, so you're so scared. You're pretty new? Okay, have you subscribed yet? Welcome to the chat. I don't know where Tinen is. Anybody else want to chime in? But that is what a spiritual husband is. A spiritual husband is a spirit energy that tries to come with you and try to have intimate relationship with you. Now, I had a client that told me she had two of them. One was holding her down and one was being intimate. I've never had that happen before, but I've had one spirit energy, and you can tell it's male because they're trying to actually simulate physical, like they're trying to be with you just like a man would normally be with you. Not new, just changed my username. Okay, cool. Welcome back. All right. Hi, Lisa. You're new. Make sure y'all are subscribing, guys, to the channel. All right. So I don't know where Tina is, but I wanted her. Oh, sweet. She got disconnected. Tina, try again. Oh, God. Some type of way she got disconnected. Loving the channel tonight. Thank you, girl. We've been all on a live twice. Some kind of way Tina got kicked out. Try it again, Tina. Hold on. I feel like I'm hearing some noise. All right, hold on, y'all. Just for a second, I want to look on my alarm. Can we do a reading on Alec Baldwin? That's sad, huh, Allison? Terrible what happened. Freak accident. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I mean, do y'all think he should go to jail for that? This is a new channel, but this is strictly Spiritual Halos 108 is my personal channel. Gotcha. All right. I'm new to the chat. It's Krista. Hey, Krista. Is it Krista, my client? No, it's a new Krista. So I got a third Krista. Is me, Krista, my client. All right. I don't know what happened to Tina. I think she was trying to get through, but it's something happened. Okay, so sad. He's devastated. I feel bad for him. Yeah, I feel bad for him too. Alec Baldwin has been going through a lot lately. He have 50 children now. He ain't going through that much. He enjoying his time at home. No, it was accident. He was distraught. So do y'all feel like he should? Do y'all should feel he should go to jail? I mean, when people accidentally kill people, they still go to jail. They still get third degree. Isn't it third degree murder? All right, try it again, Tina. Try it again. Try it from your phone or try it from wherever you're trying to do it from. But I mean, most people, when they kill people, they get third degree because that means that's unintentional. Do I believe in vampire and casket girl stories? Device not connected. It's not connected, Tinen. So can you do it from your? Can you do it from your? Can you do it from your cell phone or maybe your iPad? Yeah, that's manslaughter. So do you feel like he should be, because it was a prop gun and, like who should be accountable for that? Alex Baldwin, he killed somebody unintentionally on the set. He was given a prop gun. He killed somebody and hurt somebody on set. Like, it was a freak accident, really. No, the prop should be held accountable. Gotcha. Wow. So he shouldn't be. Give me a 1 in the chat if you feel he should be held accountable. Give him a 2 if you feel he should not be held accountable. Give me a 1 in the chat for that. I was waiting on Tina to come in, but that's all right. Thank you, Shirley. Give me a 1 if you think he should be held accountable and a 2 if you think he should not. All right. I don't think it was his fault. It was an accident. Brandon Lee. Yeah, I remember that too. A lot of people don't feel like he should be held accountable. They have a lot of ones. They have a few ones in here, but they have more 2s than they have 1s. Wow. Who loaded the gun? The prop guy needs to go to jail. I mean, did they not have any? They have no, it's almost like they need to be testing that equipment, making sure it's, working properly. Okay, Tinen, are you here?
Yes, I think I am.
Oh, what's up, girl?
I'm fine. I was trying.
I see. How did you get connected?
By my computer. I was on my cell phone.
Gotcha. All right, guys. So this is Tina. She is one of my clients. She's a subscriber. She's a member. She is everything. Okay.
Thank you, girl.
You're welcome. And you're from the Ivory Coast, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. So can you tell our family your experience with spiritual husband and then tell them what you did to clear the energy, guys? So we're back into the conversation, spiritual stories. Okay. So
Yes.
let's go ahead and get started. I'm ready.
Okay. So a spiritual husband is someone when you sleep, you are dreaming, and then when you are dreaming, the man will come and he will want to sleep with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that man, it is a spirit, in fact, a husband, a spirit who will come in your dream. Then every time you sleep, he will try to sleep with you. And sometimes that man will make you to not have what you want in life. For example, you are going to look for a job.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit can be jealous, so you will not have the job. Also, for example, if you are in a relationship, it will not work. I was in a relationship, and then it was like every 6 months
Mm-hmm.
something was happening. Then the relationship stopped. Okay, So every time, every 6 months, you meet a man, everything is fine, and then the spirit husband will make them go away. Then I went to Africa because I am from Africa. I live in Canada, but I am from Africa. So I went there. I spoke to my grandfather about it. And in Africa we are we are good in not voodoo. It is not voodoo, okay?
Okay.
But
So before you get started to Africa, so how often would it visit you?
every time,
So weekly or monthly?
every day at night.
Every day. Wow.
Midnight.
Wow. Gotcha.
Midnight. Yes.
Okay.
And you have the kind of God or spirit that are jealous. You have some that can kill the men you are with also.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
And so when you went to, you talked to your grandfather, and what
Yes.
happened?
He told me we have plants in Africa. So I asked him what kind of plant is it. He talked to me about it, and I said I will try. Then he said you have to cleanse for 7 days
Gotcha.
with those plants. So I did it, and he gave me something to put under my bed.
Okay.
Then when I did that, I was not seeing the spirit anymore.
And so he was giving you special plants to wash with. That's what you're saying?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Every day, every night, I was doing it.
Gotcha.
Then when the spirit come in the dream, it cannot bear it because the plant, there is something on the plant that make him go away.
Gotcha.
He can even not smell it.
You know the name of the plant?
Those are from my ancestors. So
Okay,
I
Zoza.
forgot.
Okay.
I
All
forgot.
right. If you ever get the name, just let us know so I can let the chat know.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. And so how many days did you have to do the cleansing?
7 days.
7 days straight. And then after that, so ever since you did the cleansing, you haven't seen it since.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
So that's real serious where you had to actually do a full cleansing. Did you have to do a prayer or any type of spiritual work outside of just with the wash?
Outside of that, you have a stone, yellow stone.
Okay.
You take it, you put on a glass of water.
Okay.
You close it. Every night you drink it. The stone is a yellow stone.
Get the name of that stone too.
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
And so she's seen and saying that she would put this yellow stone in a bottle with some water and would have to drink that every night.
Yes.
So you didn't change the stone, you would just clean the bottle out and refill the water up.
Exactly.
Gotcha. All right. Gotcha.
Yes.
Somebody in the chat asks, has her relationship lasted after the cleanse?
Yes, of course.
Better
It was a
connections.
goal, so of course now I'm free.
Gotcha.
I'm free.
Somebody else asked, was your grandfather able to tell you why it attached itself to you?
He said it was generational because it's like in my family, every woman about work, we are good, perfect. But husband, it's like a generational curse or something.
A generational curse. Gotcha.
Yes.
When I was experiencing it, I feel like I didn't even know the energy. I didn't know the energy. Like I had it happen to me a few times, and I always felt like it was a complete stranger to me. I never felt like I knew it. Now, one time I remember when we were living in that apartment I was talking about on the live when I said that my husband was feeling vibration. I remember the spirit making itself appear to be my husband, right? Almost like because when I was asleep, I almost felt like my husband was touching me. And then I was like, in my dream, I was like, no, my husband's at work. And so I stopped. But it was taking the shape of my actual husband. And then we found out when we were leaving there, some guys who were moving us from that location, he was like, somebody had actually gotten killed in this building. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, this guy had killed himself and killed his mom and killed himself in this building. So we found out that somebody had actually had a tragic crime, a tragic situation in that building. Everybody in that building had domestic violence. That's another thing I want y'all to remember, guys. Spirits can create a lot of domestic violence situations between people.
Yes.
All right. So make sure if you find yourself constantly arguing with your partner all the time over the pettiest things, just make sure that you understand, like, especially if you're feeling spirit energy in your presence already, that spirit energy can also be a part of that too. Because if you live in a place where you feel like everybody's arguing, that's usually spirit energy making confusion up, right? So, for example, I'm just saying, okay, you live in a building, you live in an apartment where you feel that there's spirit energy, and then you feel like everybody's arguing. Usually, that spirit energy is creating that problem. So, when we lived in that particular building, me and my husband made a commitment not to argue with each other because we realized what was going on. But yeah, spirit energy have you having a lot of fighting and domestic violence inside apartments and stuff. All right. That's a very interesting story. So we need to get the name of that yellow stone, and we need to get the name of that plant that your grandfather was using to cleanse, because people can now, if they have that experience, they can now use that cleanse with. That Yellowstone is real interesting to me because that's also an internal thing where you're taking something internally.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So.
it is a spirit you don't know, but maybe in your family your ancestor did something, and then that spirit come to you.
Gotcha. Yeah, because
So you need to look the story of your ancestors, what they
I
did.
need to. Yeah, because I'm telling you, I always felt like the few times that I did have it happen, I never felt like I knew the spirit. I felt like it was a stranger. That's why I always would say I was molested.
Me
Like,
too.
yeah,
Me
like,
too. But when my grandfather told me maybe it happened to me because someone in my family did something wrong, one of my ancestors, I was like, I see. Because
but
me, I didn't know the spirit either, So I was like, why it is happening to me? I don't understand. And then he explained to me.
so you're looking at the screen. Somebody asked Mona Nicole TV, Boutique TV asked her if it's Zamofolia sound familiar.
No,
No, not that. Okay.
no.
Yeah.
I will ask him again, and
Yeah.
I will give it to you. I will
When
ask
Tinian, yeah, when she gets
the name.
guys, I'm gonna post the stone that she was using to put in a bottle and fill up with water. Were you doing just natural spring water, or was it a particular water?
No, natural water.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I'm interested in getting that stone for real. And that plant, especially that stone, because that's like you taking something internally. That's
But
cool.
not a plastic bottle.
A
Not a
glass
plastic
bottle.
bottle. It is normally not a plastic bottle. A glass in how do you say that in English? Oh,
A glass bottle.
yes, a glass bottle. Yes.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Well, we appreciate that. And when she gets it, guys, I'm gonna repost it in the chat. All right.
Yes.
Oh, finally, child, you was able to connect, y'all, because I was about to give you a call on your cell phone, baby, and be like, "What's the situation? What's
Because I
going
don't know
on,
why
y'all?"
on my cell phone it was not working. I don't know why.
Isn't it exciting to be able to talk on this StreamYard thing?
Yes.
I love it, guys. Are y'all liking this? Being able to have a conversation? Because
Yes.
usually I'm just doing all the talking. I'm just running my blabber mouth. All right, my girl. Well, thank you so much for coming through.
You are welcome.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead, and Tinen is gone from the chat. Anybody else want to join the chat tonight? Let's see. I know it's getting late, guys, but if you gotta go, don't forget to you can log off, and I'm gonna save the live. You're welcome. Y'all welcome. Isn't this interesting? So Tinen is gonna get the plant first, and she's gonna get the stone first, so we can know exactly what to do. And I feel like that if that plant can cleanse spiritual husband, that plant can cleanse a lot of stuff. That means that plant can cleanse. That means that I'm gonna remove it. That means that plant can cleanse a lot. All right. So I like that a lot. So we're gonna get the copy of that plant, and we're gonna get let me see, Chanel. I would be paid to get it going and help this person if possible. What is Cat talking about, y'all? Let me see. Cat, what she was talking about. Is it possible for people to put spell work on an innocent person and cause terminal illness? Guys, there's spells on that. You do know that, right? So there's spell books that actually people can put spell work on you, or try to put spell work on you to actually create problems for you, illnesses, negative energy around prospects in life, so they have spell work for that. They have spells on people trying to kill you and everything, child. So so yeah. So there's definitely people will try it. So be careful. You gotta watch how y'all treat people. Watch how people treat people, watch how people but this is the deal. This is the deal. You can be as nice as you want to be. They got people that just don't like you for no reason. They got people that's just they be so mad about nothing and jealous of you and miserable of you. You gotta watch people, because even if you're, minding your business, they got a lot of envious people in this world that will sit down. They jealous because they're not doing what you're doing. They're not expanding their life. They're not being successful. They want to tear you down. They want to knock you down. And so the problem with that is that you can be doing you can be minding your business. And let me tell you something. They have people that be jealous of you. You don't even know them. And so it doesn't matter, guys. I mean, you can try to be as nice as you want to be and all that good stuff. So they don't have any reason to do it other than they have jealous energy, other than, and that's good. That's true. New me. What she said about you got to cleanse, you got to do protection work. And I do it all the time, because let me tell you, people don't think I be paying attention on YouTube. I pay attention to everything that'll be going on YouTube. And I be hearing a lot of little petty little comments and hateful little comments, and people be calling stuff to my attention, and I just don't say anything. But the one thing I will say is that I always take the high road with people. I don't feed into the energy. I stay out of it. Tina, you back? I stay out of it.
I'm
Tina,
back.
are you back again, girl?
Yes.
What's up?
Technology,
Oh, child, you didn't mean to be back? Did you mean to be back? Did you mean to be back, girl?
Yes.
Okay, what you got?
Nothing. I'm waiting. If you have some questions for me.
Oh no, I'm good. Yeah, I was moving to the next topic.
Okay.
All right, girl. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I love it. So Mono Khan said, do you think they're conscious of their evil and jealous energy? I think some are and some aren't. But I think people who are intentionally out there spreading lies and making negative energy is intentional because they're jealous of you. You know, when I look up, I'm one of those people, when I start seeing stuff, I start looking up the reasons behind it. Why are people the way they are? Why do they tick the way they tick? Thank you for becoming a member, Sean. And I look up those reasons why. And a lot of that stuff be people just, you make them feel insecure. You make them feel inferior. You make them they feel jealous. They feel jealous that they're not getting the attention you're getting, or they're not being as successful as you're being. So what they want to do is they want to knock you down. They want to throw you under the bus in order to make them feel better. But the goal is, when any situation is, the person that you are jealous towards, like for me, I'm that person. I'm not going to feed into your energy. I'm not going to feed into your behavior. I'm not going to, even on YouTube, I'm not going to engage you. I'm not going to say your name. You're going to have to earn every subscriber you get on your own. I'm not going to do a YouTube beef with you. Like, I'm that person. Like, you will be totally on your own making drama. Like, you will, because I'm not dealing with it. And I think that for you guys, I think you should be doing the same thing. You do not engage people. You take the high road with people, because at the end of the day, is that really your problem that they're jealous of you? What you gonna do? Drop off the face of the earth so they can feel better? What you gonna do? Not be at your best because they're jealous of you? That doesn't make sense. So for you, you have to be able to just understand that that's their problem and it's not yours. You know, it really isn't your problem it's not your problem to bear. You know, it's some jealous men too, very jealous. They got a lot of, that's why they have so much killing going on in the Black community. Jealousy over what you got, jealousy over the woman you're dealing with. A lot of men kill each other over what? Women and money, period. Women and money is all about what another person has over you. So this is why you have so much killing going on in the city over women and money, period. And that's all still a form of envy and jealousy gone wrong, gone left, right? So, you know, when you start feeling yourself having the spirit of jealousy, that's your job to pull yourself back and say, well, no, I'm not doing this. Like, let me focus on what I need to focus on. Evil spell work took out my mom's whole side of the family, including my mom. They died one by one. That's terrible. I wish I would have had a spiritual person to help y'all. Nola, when are you available next? I will wait in line to go up to help with this. What do you can join, I'm dropping the link. When are you available next? I will wait in line to get help with this. I'm going to release a holiday special too. So the holiday special is coming through soon, and it's going to be $30 prices, guys. So 3 questions, $30. You're paying for the questions. It's going to probably be no more than 20 minutes, and whether you're doing a phone or video upload, okay? And that's coming soon. I'm going to be releasing it soon. It's going to be 2 per person. So you can do 2. And if you want to have the same conversation, if you're experiencing something and you don't want to get on, line and talk about it, I do a lot of readings with people and a lot of discussions with people on this particular topic that we're talking about today. And, people are very helped by it. I did post on my channel, on this channel, the supply list if you want to, cleanse yourself and keep, I even added a spiritual bath in case you wanted to do a spiritual bath too. But I put candles on there, spiritual bath, all kind of little goodies that I trust, that I use every day. All right. So it's on the channel. Let's see. Just for Shanda, I started to send my father in a long text tonight because I was so frustrated on his parenting, but stopped myself, and someone else told me he's jealous of me, so I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, you know what? They have a lot of men that be jealous of women, jealous of their ex, jealous of their wives. This is why you have so many problems too. Jealousy in the community. Women work really hard to, step it up and take care of the family and the home and the children. And, we wear a lot of hats, guys. And these men, they're not stepping it up the way they need to. They are slacking and lacking, some of them. And hey, it's not our job to baby you. Grow up, you know. All right. So holiday special, I spelled special wrong. $30. Oh God, it's getting late. All right. Anybody else want to drop through the chat? I am here if you want to drop through. Booking a reading with Chris, www.bluenolatarot.com. Thank you, Tina. My mom got caught in madness. A woman came for after my grandfather about a man voodoo. All of her daughters died. That is horrible. That is really horrible. Blue Nola, I like to respond to the egg on me. I feel if I do not tell me why they won and will not allow anyone to win over me. So you have an egg story. Y'all ever heard about people doing the eggs where they crack the eggs and they tell you exactly what curses or spells or what somebody's put on you? If you've ever heard of spiritual people using eggs as a way to help you, put a 1 in the chat. Are you going to come up to the chat and tell us the story, Shirley? All right. Are you going to come up to the chat? Do you help break spells? I think that I need that. I will pay for it. I don't do spell work on my channel or for my clients because I'm in my home, but only an egg cleanse. Okay. So tell us about the egg cleanse. Are you willing to come up? Guys, this is a way to share stories with people so that they can know how to cleanse themselves. We're talking about spiritual stories, but also too, if you have any information about how to cleanse, that would be great too for other people that are in the chat or people that may see this later on. Yeah, but definitely have a lot of jealousy going on out there. I'm not feeding into it, child. You can't do nothing to me. Don't try me, try God, because he got me covered. We use the eggs, a lime, and a dried red chilies, also some fresh herbs. Chanel, are you going to ever come to the chat, child? Can you click the link, Chanel? I wanted to say thank you to all the people that actually came through and joined the chat tonight. Very good conversations. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for sharing information about how to cleanse. Very good, interesting, right? I think this is very interesting. We can do this from time to time where we talk about some stuff. Blue Nola, I meant like go toe to toe with those who provoked me. Taking the high road seems to be weak for me. Sometimes you got to take the high road. Sometimes you got to pop somebody in their head figuratively. I understand. Let's see. I don't have detailed information. I just heard about the egg cleanse. All right. Anybody ever had an egg cleanse before? Egg cleanse. Can somebody step up? I always say to people, God, don't play about me in case they want to try me. Absolutely. Bathing in sea salt and fresh lemons. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tia. I'm now getting this information laugh out loud. I'm like, help me, y'all. All right, Cat. And he is getting on my nerves. Who is this? Kent, my husband is right here. Oh, gotcha. All right, so she can't get in the link chat. The link isn't working. What? Wait, let me share it again. Hold on. Let me try to reshare the link again. The link isn't working. Tinette had to get on her computer because she was on her phone. I just reshared it. I don't know what else to say. Okay. All right, guys. So, um, use prayer and okay, reading the Bible versus spells. Actually, read their intentions. All right, gotcha. Yeah, I think like the best prayer for spell breaking spells, in my opinion, I like the Our Father prayer. I don't know about anybody else, but that's a good prayer for me. Anytime I've been feeling like spirit energy was around me, I felt I was getting stuck, or I felt like I always did that. The link is working. I don't know what else to tell you, child. Okay. All right. So let's see. Anybody else want to come through? Anybody else want to share a story? And if not, it's midnight here. And I always do the Our Father prayer. Our Father. Anybody have a prayer that they think works as well that they may want to share in the chat? Drop your prayer that you feel that you feel is a good prayer to ward, combat in spirit energy, negative energy. I try to hop on, it won't let me. Wow, I mean, I wonder why. That is so stupid. And it won't let you. I wonder why it's not letting people go in the chat. So annoying. Let me see the settings. Automatically share screens, automatically camera, audio. Okay, green screen guests. Why do guests need play when guests must authenticate? For what reason? I don't know. Try it now for me. Can somebody just try the link for me? The Lord is my shepherd is a good prayer. All right, gotcha. I don't even know. Because how is it possible that all the other people came in the chat? Green screen. Okay. Then you're going to have to, I think you're going to have to get on your computer because T-Nin had to get on her computer. She had to get on her computer. Oh, wait, I think she's in.
Can you hear me?
I am hearing you. What's up?
Hi, Blue Nola. Oh my God, this is so crazy.
So
Oh my
exciting.
gosh.
Oh my God, so exciting. I love it. Get to hear your voice, y'all's voices. All right. So what's up? What story do you want to share with us tonight, girl?
Okay, so this is a really old story. I wanted to tell you guys this story. It's kind of spooky, but
Go ahead.
it's about my great grandmother. Um, my parents are immigrants. They're from the Congo and they're Congolese, and
Mm-hmm.
basically like for our religion, it was like really Christian.
Okay.
And then I started to find out later that some of like our family members were doing voodoo. Like
On y'all
no,
in
like
general.
yeah, in
Okay.
general, like they were doing voodoo. And
Okay.
some other family members didn't know, and like my great grandmother, she was like she was kind of like sick,
Okay.
and like I think like some of her relatives around her wanted
Uh-huh.
to like prolong her life,
Okay.
and so they started to do the voodoo and everything, and so this is how I went.
Okay.
So they started to do the voodoo, and the relatives called in like this shaman man.
Mm-hmm.
He bring in 3 chickens, and then while they're doing like their little seance or whatever, they cut the chicken's head off.
Okay.
But one of the okay, the first chicken they cut the head off. The second chicken they cut the head off. The
Okay.
third the third chicken flew.
Blue
Like
where?
the third chicken flew, so the the thing didn't work. Like their little seance didn't work, and
Okay.
after that, like my grandmother, like bad stuff started happening. My grandmother passed away.
Wow.
Her daughter passed away. It was like this whole situation. It was bad. Yeah.
Wow, that's scary, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
then what happened after that? So when did this happen, by the way?
This was before I was born.
Before you were born. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And so y'all are from where again? Haiti?
Oh no, Congo. Congo. It's by
That's,
Ivory Coast. Yeah.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Somebody said that chicken did not want to be a part of the fuckery.
Mommy?
That's, hello?
No, I'm good.
Was that your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, she's listening to you, girl. She's like, what's she talking about on that damn phone? But no, but so then everything started happening to your family.
Yeah. It
So
was
how did y'all break the curse?
I don't even know if we broke the curse, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Your mom came in that room and said, what you talking about? What happened? What had happened?
No, cause I have COVID right now, so she's
Oh,
always yeah.
checking on you. Oh, how you feeling?
I feel a lot better now.
Oh, how long I mean, when did you get the COVID?
It was like 4 days ago, yeah. So,
Wow.
mm-hmm.
It's very. I saw some people online saying they had COVID and how they were saying they were struggling, they were so scared and all that. So I'm glad you're making it through, girl. Just you having COVID?
Yeah, I'm the only one in the house. Yeah.
Gotcha. So basically, okay. So now that you heard that story and you were told that by obviously someone in the family, so how do you kind of like? Do you feel like some of the stuff from your ancestors or your grandparents and stuff does that affect you today?
I believe so. Not in a spiritual sense, but how we operate as a family. I just feel like sometimes we have a big family, but I feel like we're disconnected sometimes.
Like you're not as connected as you should be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people in today's world, we're not as connected as we used to be even 10 years ago, 15 years ago. People are just
Yeah.
different. People just move differently. People are just all in their own little silos, doing their own thing. So, but for you, you feel like, y'all family from that time, that experience is not as close as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do you do any what type of spiritual work do you do?
Well, I have a lot of crystals. I'm just beginning. I'm not like in it yet, but I'm slowly getting into like spirituality and stuff. So,
Gotcha. Well,
mhm.
Chanel does a lot of crystal work, so she's one of the moderators. She loves crystals. She
Yeah, I
loves
see
it.
her all the time in the chat.
She's been with me from day one, from the very beginning when I had like 50 subscribers.
Wow. Oh
So
my
she's been with me the
God.
longest, actually. She used to be in the chat asking about, can you read on this dead person? Can you read on that dead person? I'm like, who in the hell is this woman? Why is she always bothering me about this? Yeah, but I'm glad that you start. So with your spiritual work, I would just say always keep it a light with God. Keep your energy high and your vibrate
Right.
no low vibration. And I wanted to mention to people, do you know that depression can also bring in spirits?
Yeah. I've been depressed. That's why I need to
Mhm.
get a reading with you because, oh my God, it's been one heck of a year. I need to get that $30 reading.
Yeah, it's coming soon, y'all. $30 reading. That's why I offer it twice a year. Well, I've only offered it once a year, and then I did the summer special, but it's a way to give back to the subscribers. It's also a way to help people during the holidays with affordable readings. I come from an environment where I'm always about, how to help people and all that stuff. So, yeah. But if you didn't know, now you know that when you have a low depression, that's a low negative energy. When you start feeling low vibration energy, that can also open you up to spirit energy as well. So I don't know if a lot of people know that. So this is why we're doing this chat so that people can understand like the stuff that they bring into their own energy too.
Right.
Right. When you start to feel hopeless and you start to feel a lot of depression and
Can you
negative
feel
energy.
that in my energy?
Well, that's why I was saying that, right?
Oh, okay.
So, and also too, COVID is going to make you feel
Yeah.
COVID is going to make you feel like that too, right?
Yeah.
So COVID gives a lot of people anxiety. COVID gives a lot of people negative energy. So yeah. Well, thank you for sharing your little story about your grandmother and all of that. I hate that
You're
all that stuff
welcome.
happened to your family, girl. You need to do some. You need to do some real digging around your family, the history, everything
Yes.
that happened, how it all happened. You really need to do a lot of homework and research on it. That's very important. Very.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
girl. Take care. All right. So somebody said true. Depression brings those spirits for sure. It sure does. A lot of people don't realize that. That's why I try to tell people, make sure as you're going through, depression is depression. You can't control it, but get help for it. That means you need to be talking to someone about it. You need to be getting some type of professional help if you can't control it. It's super important. You can't stay positive 100% of the time, but what you can do is when you do feel yourself at those low points in your life, you gotta start digging your way out of that hole. I went through a huge depression when I had this miscarriage. It had to be some years ago. The first baby me and my husband got pregnant with, and I went through a huge depression. And I think that's where that spirit energy was attaching to me at that time, because I feel like I brought that in because I had went so low in my depression. And yeah, it was a tough time. I was almost a 3 going into 4 months, and I ended up having a miscarriage. And we already knew the sex of the baby and all that. And I was so happy and hopeful, and then this happened, and so it brought me to a very, very low place. So yep. All right. So keep your energy levels high if you are going through any depression energy. Make sure you get your help for it, whether it's talking to a friend, a family member, a counselor, a therapist. Make sure that you do that. It's important. You know. All right, I got a little bit of a cold, so I might be breathing a little hard. Do know that with all that I have gone through in my life, I do need to know God truly. Yes, absolutely. The Creator is always first. Yep. You got to keep God first. You got to keep God centered. You got to keep God focused. Keep it focused, guys, on your spiritual connection. Whether you say the Creator, whether you say God, whatever the name is, you keep it with that. You'll never go wrong. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yep, that was some years ago, and I still have my moments where I'll think about the baby. We had a name and everything. So there are times, but I've come a long way from that. Yes, because when you're depressed, you're vibing low. You need to try to keep your vibration as high as you can to keep bad spirits away. Yeah. People don't realize that when you get to depression energy, that's why a lot of people who have depression be feeling like spirit energy around them. Yeah. Yep. I needed this live tonight. I've been feeling low vibe. Well, that's why we're here. We're here to, that's why I wanted to do this live. I've been live 3 times today, you know? No, I don't want it. I don't want that. I don't want that. I just was hoping and praying that my mom was with the baby. But I definitely don't want baby I definitely don't want the baby to visit. All right. Let's see what else you got. Oh yeah, that's important, Kelton. Thank you for that. Kelton just wrote incubus and succubus love, depressing, low energy. Yep. Also, that's true too. And let me say this: if you let them touch you, you're gonna start feeling sick, and you're gonna start feeling low. You're gonna start feeling sick, low. You'll start to feel that you'll start to feel almost like tired, lethargic. Don't let spirit energy touch you. All right. So if you feel it one time, break out of it. Let me tell you something. I be, I be, I be, I, I remember one day, well, I remember the day my mom passed, and a spirit energy came in here, and my daughter saw her. It was a lady in a blue robe. And I remember I went off up in here after everybody left. I was like, don't you ever show yourself in this house. Don't you ever show yourself to my daughter. Like, I went clean off. It's like, don't you dare. All right, so let's see. Yes, this live helped me today. Perfect. I'm glad, girl. I'm glad I got to talk to you. All right, let's drop the link one more time and see if I can get anybody else who wants to come up and share. Let's see. Listening to 432 HZ higher frequency read. Oh, good. That's a good suggestion. Or high frequency readings, music raises your vibration. Thank you. Can puberty trigger or attract spirits as well? I don't know about that. Anybody ever had that happen where puberty triggered your puberty or your period triggered that? I never heard of anybody saying that. I never heard of anybody saying that. I wonder if black tourmaline under the pillow can help. Anybody ever heard of that where your cycle starting puberty can help you, can lead to trigger certain things? I never heard of that before. I have to do some research on that. I never heard of that before. All right. So nobody else wants to jump in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all following everything that people have suggested in the chat. Have y'all ever had a crazy psychic story? All right, that's the NYX. What's up?
Oh, hey, hello.
Hey, girl, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Like, I just jumped on because I asked the question about puberty because, I have a very crazy story.
Okay, well, I
about
want
that.
you to talk up just a little bit so we can hear you. Got a really light, beautiful voice, but we need to hear
Oh,
you.
thank you. Can you hear me now?
Okay, talk up just a little bit. Can y'all hear her?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, that sounds a little bit better. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So, the reason why I asked this is because when I was 12, going on 13, is when I had my first cycle, was when I started seeing a lot of crazy, like, entities around me.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
tell us what happened.
so some backstory. Since I was very young, I could see things in my dreams and when I'm going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But when I turned 13, what happened was I went to the bathroom. I realized I've gotten my period and I was a little scared because I didn't know what it was. So instead of getting my mom, I went back to bed.
Okay.
And I turned over towards the window and I see this creature like sitting across from me. It
Okay.
had like a ram's head, it had ram's horn, and had red eyes just staring at me.
That's scary. Shit.
Yeah, I was so scared that I turned over and I didn't go to sleep. All I did was pray. Like
So
I
you were
prayed.
sleeping and woke up and saw it.
Yeah, like I went to the bathroom and then I came back and I saw it.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah, and I just like turned over and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I did not go to sleep until the sun came up. And
Wow.
from that moment forward, anytime I would go to sleep, I would see these. I don't know what they were. Like I got used to calling them demons. Like, well, no, that doesn't. As I got older, it's like, well, that's not necessarily the case. It
Mm-hmm.
could be spirits. It could be something else. So they would look different every time. Like one would have like a face like cracked earth. You know how when it's dry and it's all cracked.
Yeah.
And then it would like replace my cousin's face or replace like whoever was sleeping next to me at the time, and their eyes would be hollowed out. So I would be really scared for a long time.
Somebody just asked, you didn't run, you didn't scream, you didn't say anything?
No, I
Why?
didn't.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
why?
guess I guess because it was, well, for the first instance, it was 3 in the morning and I was 12.
Okay.
So it's just me and my mother and my sister. So if
Mm.
I wake up screaming and they wake up, then and I can't, and it's not there and I can't explain it, it's like, well, what do I do?
Yeah, now you're looking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, and mental illness kind of runs in my family. So it's like, well, maybe I am crazy and just not say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And
Gotcha.
then like I meet this boy and we're friends. And and it's just really chills up my spine every time I talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And this boy kind of just like I and I hope this doesn't sound crazy, but this kid had like a demon attached to him.
Wow.
And I didn't know at the time. So we're
So how did
talking
you? How could you tell he had a demon attached to him?
because we would be talking, and this kid had the bluest eyes. They're blue and they're so pretty. But
Mm-hmm.
we would be talking, and then he'll go really quiet, and then his eyes would change color.
Ooh,
They
scary.
will they will go from blue to like really dark, and then I would get like this weird creeping sensation up my spine. Like it's kind of like
Mm,
your instincts are going off, saying that something is dangerous, something is wrong. It's like you
mm.
need to leave, and I'm like, where do I go? I'm
So do you
outside.
think it was? Do you think it may have been the area or the home that you were living in?
Um, it could have been because I live in a very historical part of like the town that I live in.
Okay,
Like is like been around since like the 1800s. In fact, down the street is like a plantation turned museum.
gotcha. Because that could be stuff where it, by you being sensitive, and sensitive just meaning sensitive to spiritual energy, where things are kind of like connecting to you from the area, and you may need to do some research on where your home is sitting, right? The land that your home is on. What was it prior to that land being built up, right? Because that is also important. People don't think about that. Like, what was on that land before you lived there? Was it
Well, the
swamp?
funny thing is like it was nothing. It was just an empty plot of land.
But okay, but what did they use the land for? Did they, you understand what I'm saying? Do some
Oh yeah.
history around the land.
Ah, okay. I think
Do
I'll
you
do
understand?
that.
Yeah, do some history on the land because you'll find out that land was used for certain things. This land was used for this. This land was used as a way to dump this or have that, or they've had crime out. You just look up the land and see what was on the land. What did they use the land for? Was there any activity around the land? That's what I'm trying to say. Because
Okay.
you'll start to figure, especially in your historical place, I remember when I posted those pictures on YouTube, I remember every spirit that was in that picture looked like it was from another time. I was like, what the fuck is this? Guys, y'all remember when I posted that picture of the spirit energy in my side yard? It looked like different stuff from different times, different periods. So that's why I want you to really look up the land and look up what's around the land or what's next to the land, because it's important that you understand that, because it may be something that's attached to the area that is strong. And especially if it's for years and years and you're in a historical area, older spirits are strong as hell. They're
Yeah,
so strong.
like I had to go to a root lady in New Orleans to try to figure out how to because it attached itself to me.
Hmm. Yeah.
And this is when I was 13. I didn't wasn't able to get rid of it until I was 26.
Are you baptized?
Um I do not believe so. I think by when I was born my mom wasn't Catholic, wasn't a practicing Catholic, so I
Hmm.
don't baptize.
And that's another thing, guys. Unfortunately, I find people who are not baptized also get attachments a lot too. Some of us get attachments because we're spiritual connection, because we're sensitive, and some of us get attachments because we haven't been actually blessed yet. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that before, but I do believe that as well.
Yeah, and I think it's like double for me because like it's in my bloodline as well as not being baptized. So it's like, oh, you got the double whammy. It's like, oh, thank you.
So let me ask you a question. So, what do you do now to keep yourself protected and to keep yourself safe from energy?
So what I've been doing for the past 3 years is ancestral work.
Gotcha.
So like I have an ancestral altar in my house. Well,
Gotcha.
I when I moved out from the family house, I got my whenever anywhere I set up to live, I have an ancestral altar. no matter how big or how small, if it has to be in the room with me or not, it's there.
Yeah.
And Mondays I set up offerings, Fridays I set up offerings, and on Saturdays and Sundays I do spiritual baths.
So, what did the lady in New Orleans do to help you cleanse?
She did a cord cutting.
Okay. Oh, I
It was
heard of
the
that. They say that's
longest.
dangerous, though.
Well, we did a couple of readings beforehand before she attempted to cord cut, because like before I went to her, I was like violently at like like it was like a
Being
sudden
attacked.
psychic attack. Yeah, I
Mhm.
was in the hospital. I was severely dehydrated for a couple of days. I was
Gotcha.
I was very sick. So I'm like, this isn't normal. You know, because I rarely get sick. Like, this isn't normal. This feels off. So I talked to her. She was like, yeah, you need to get rid of this thing like now. And she was like, how long have you had it? I said, for the better part of like 20 years. She's like, and it's just attacking you? Like,
Yeah.
I'm actively trying to get rid of it.
So then what's okay? So take us through, not the quick version of what happened. How did she help you?
So what she did was she made a figure candle of me and the entity, and she cut the connections between me and that entity. And then the second part
Wait,
of
wait,
it was,
hold on 1 second. Somebody's saying it's muffled. Am I muffled or is
am I
Esther muffled? Which one is muffled before you start your story? I'm trying to see what somebody Halos and Horns are saying it was muffled, but I want everybody to hear the story. Tell me
okay?
if you can hear Vesta, please. Because we want
Can
to
you hear
really
me?
hear this good story. So it helps everybody. Okay. Okay. Give me a 1 if you can hear Vesta really quickly, and a 2 if you can't, if she sounds muffled. Okay. I can hear you well, so I'm gonna put a 1. Shit. Okay, so go ahead and okay, Vesta is muffled. So you may want to
Ah,
talk closer to the script to your phone.
can you hear me now?
A little bit. Or do you have earphones in, Vesta?
Yeah, I have headphones in.
Okay, that may be why they can't hear you well.
Let me put in the other one. Maybe
Okay.
that's what.
All right, good. All right, so she's going to share her story because I'm interested to hear what the lady from New Orleans did. I know a lot
Can you
of
hear me
people hear
now?
about, yes, better. A lot of people hear about cord cutting, so let's go ahead and let her share her story about doing the cord cutting ceremony. Go ahead, I'm ready.
Okay. So because the entity was attached to me for most of my early adult life, it would have to be a cord cutting first, because if she were to get rid of him with just a regular bandaging, he would come back.
Okay.
He would keep coming back. We'll just
Okay.
keep going through this over and over again. So what she did was she did a 7-day cord cutting using
Okay.
like a figure candle of me to represent me, and a 7 knob candle representing the entity.
Gotcha.
And after that was done, what she did secondly was what's called a coffin binding.
Okay.
It's if I remember correctly, it's a heavier form of binding magic, where
Okay.
you you create like you can create like a puppet or something of the person you want to bind from you, or to a situation, or to a place, or to a thing, or trap something in a coffin. And after that ritual is done, you bury the coffin. And what she's told me after that was that
Wow. So
she
when you say
buried the coffin.
she buried it in a coffin?
Yeah, she had like a miniature little coffin that you can get from Michael's during Halloween.
Oh, gotcha. I thought so. I thought that's what you meant. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
and she buried it somewhere in the bayou. So,
And how many days did it take for it to for you to clear the energy?
so the coffin binding itself was 7 days. The cord cutting was 7 days, and she recommended that I do a heavy cleansing for about 7 days as well. So I
And
did
what,
a
okay.
So I did a 7 line cleansing for about 7 days. And then like for a couple more days, just for extra measures, I put like limes under my bed just to
You
kind of.
put limes under the bed?
Yeah, I got like a plate of limes, cloves, and Himalayan salt.
Okay.
And I cut the limes and I put the cloves in the lime. And I think I did, was it Psalms 123?
So
I think it
so
was.
okay, so wait, let's go back. So what were you cleansing with at home?
I was cleansing with parsley, sage, rosemary, bay leaf, thyme, and limes. And of course, Florida water and salt.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Thank you for
Like
that.
my bathtub was green.
Okay, all right. And then you did that for 7 days.
hmm
Okay.
And
In a
then,
couple of days for good measure.
yeah, because
All
this
right.
thing was attached to me for like 20 years,
That's a
20 years
long
or
time.
so. And I went through a lot. Like, I was very depressed. I was very angry on top of being a teenager. My uncle had passed away. My aunt was very sick, and then she passed away. And I was just going through it, and I just got tired of having that presence around me because it didn't bring me anything good in my life. And
Wow.
he just refused to leave.
Wow. That's interesting. All right. So even areas near your land can affect you. Yeah, that's true. That's what I was telling you. Look up the land you were in. But now you're over it, girl, and you're moving forward and you're continuing to stay cleansed and free of that entity. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and like I'm so very happy I started on my spiritual journey when I did, because when I was younger I just used to kind of like dabble in it, but then I started doing research and reading up on like my personal familiar history. I started to understand like, oh, you know knowing your ancestors and being with them is very important. Like
Exactly.
I really don't know where I'd be if they weren't protecting me. I really don't know.
Gotcha. Ooh, girl, you shared a good story. You shared a good story with us tonight. I'm talking about a lot of good information about what happened, who you went to, how you cleansed it, what you're continuing to do afterwards, and how you're continuing to delve into your spiritual journey that keeps you safe and protected and actually gives you strength, you
Oh
know?
yeah.
So it gives you more control over your situation, right? So that's beautiful. I'm so glad that you're in a better place now.
Thank
So,
you.
are you
Happy I
you said you're
Mhm.
married?
No, I'm not married yet. I'm working on it though.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were married. Okay, cool. All right. What were you about to say before I cut you off?
I was gonna say like thank you for having me on.
You're welcome, my love. That's what I'm talking about. Now, see, y'all get to talk, get on the live stream. I love it. All right, girl. Well, take care. Stay blessed, prayed up, cleanse, protected. I did put a list on my community tab of supplies, but I'm sure you got more supplies than me.
Yeah, I stay with the cleansing.
Good. That's beautiful. All righty. Well, take care.
You
Bye.
too. Have a good night.
You
Bye.
too. Bye, girl. All right. So that was a great insight. Great information. Yes, she was so sweet. I actually had a coworker who had the same experience. Now that I'm thinking about it, she said, well, her cycle came down. She started having this attachment, and this thing was attached to her for many, many years as well. And she and I worked in retail together. And what was crazy about it, when she was telling me this story, some of the purses were flying off the shelf, like falling to the floor. Girl, I was like, girl, I couldn't wait for her to quit. But at the time, I was like scared, So thank you so much, Vesta, for sharing your story and giving us the insight into that. But yeah, I actually had a coworker when I was probably in my teens. I didn't really, of course, I was a a spirit energy and all that. Of course, I've always been actively a part of that energy, but spiritual work or spiritual connection. But when she was telling me that story about how she was this girl that I work with, and I don't even remember the girl's name now, but she was the white chick, and she was saying that she had this spirit attached to her and would be bothering her every night. And she was even saying that I think she was saying that he would mount her. And then nobody would believe her. But one night she had one of her friends sleep over, and it happened. And her friend was scared. And then they got some lady to come over to cleanse the house. And I think she said something about when the lady went to cleanse the house, she said something about this, like this, something ran into the garage door from the inside. You could see like this huge dent in the garage door. So when the lady was doing the spiritual work, the spirit ran into the garage door. And then she said, but she ended up getting baptized because that was one of the issues that they were saying that she needed to get baptized. And so once the lady did the spiritual work and she got baptized, that's when she never had it happen again. Yeah. So, yeah, Chanel, are you coming up to the stage? What am I saying, stage? We're not on another app. All right, one more story. And if we don't have another story, we're going to end it. This is really informative. I'm going to leave this live up. And I hope people can resonate with the stuff that you've been sharing and the stories, and hopefully people learn how some prayers that work, some blessings that, some prayers that work, some cleansings that work, some techniques that may work. Because the thing about it is there are a lot of people out here who go through things. They don't just have a source to have somebody talk. I'm talking into the mic, child. Okay, you tried like 3 times, but I do have some stories. Somebody was saying you can't. Was it Chevelle Val was saying you got to get on Chrome? I think you got to get on Chrome. Okay, can you hear me now? Halos. All right. So guys, listen, I am about to take it on out, and y'all have a great night. I'm gonna leave this live up. And hopefully people can find it and find it interesting. Oh, Safari. Okay, she said Safari. And if I don't have anybody else, I appreciate y'all. All right. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Stay blessed. It's almost 1 o'clock here. I know it's 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock other places, but this was such a great conversation. So informative and insightful. Last stories, give somebody the willies. So make sure y'all do your prayers, spray y'all cleanse, sage, and protect yourselves. Because I'm about to do the same thing. Y'all have no clue. I'm over here spraying right now. But I believe every word she just said. So make sure y'all are spraying, cleansing. It's 2%. Oh, 2 o'clock East Coast. Child, what? 2 o'clock p.m.? Yeah. Okay. And y'all have yeah, I'm spraying right now, child. Y'all have a good night. Take care. Stay blessed. Thank you for chiming in. I'll do more visits and more. I'll do more of these. I love talking to y'all, by the way. Great conversation, beautiful voices, and make yourself an avatar. So when you click on, you can have an avatar. You don't have to have an avatar of your face. You could do an avatar of, somebody try to come in. Chanel, you almost made a child. You can have an avatar of your face. You can have an avatar of anything you want. It could be shit. You could be avatar of your favorite. Hell, I see Kelton always be having celebrities. She be having Rihanna and this person and that person, child. So make yourself an avatar. Click on that link and see how you link in. So that when you get in, child, if you got to get a voice changer, change your voice, child. You get up in there and talk. But yeah, this is a great conversation. I appreciate y'all so much. And I'm about to be up out of this piece. It's almost 1 o'clock. And I have been literally live 3 times today. Unreal. Unbelievable. Did y'all watch Did y'all watch Love and Marriage Huntsville tonight? Anybody? I'm about to go catch up on that before I take another shower. All right, y'all are welcome. Thank you so much again for joining the chat. Okay, Chanel, I need you to get it together, girl. Okay, get them crystals and get that phone connection working. Period. Okay? y'all, y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for coming through, and I'm about to end the broadcast. And don't forget, let me add this. So the holiday special is coming soon, okay? And it's going to be $30 readings, okay? Okay, and it's going to be all for the month of November. Let me write that down. Of November. All right, and then it's going to be you can book at www.BlueNolaTarot. Oh shit, what am I saying? BlueNolaTarot.com. The website is super easy. You can use your PayPal to book, or you can use your credit card, credit or debit, and you're going to check out as guests. So you're going to still hit the PayPal link, but you're going to check out as guests. Credit, debit, and PayPal. Okay, and I'm going to put check out as guests. All right. All right, so you can use your PayPal or you can use your debit and credit card. You're going to just check out as guests. So you're going to still hit the PayPal link, but when they ask you to check out, you're going to do check out as guests because it's going to allow you to use your debit or credit card. And again, it is www.BlueNolaTarot.com. I look forward to you guys seeing you. It's going to only be you can only book 2 readings per person. Okay. The reason why is because the readings sell out in 2 days, and I just want everybody to have a chance to get a reading. Okay. So it's just to make sure that enough people get in. And the readings will probably be like 20 minutes long, not 30 because it's too long and it's not enough, 20 minutes long. All right. And I use a special to go over dreams. The only thing you can't use the special for is deceased loved ones. So everything except deceased loved ones. No deceased loved ones. Okay, that's it. I'm allowing everything else. All right. So you can do dreams, you can do your spiritual gifts, you can do legal question, you can do health questions. I always tell people if you have health issues, make sure you follow your doctor's orders. But everything except for deceased loved ones, right? That's a whole separate reading, and we don't have enough time to really dig deep like I want to. So, all right, and that's a separate price anyway. But that is going to be coming up soon, and I look forward to connecting with you guys. Have a great night. Stay blessed. Take care. And thank you for joining me on this 3rd live today. They're going to be like, Blue Nola's over there cutting up lips. Hate on her some more. Carry on. All right. Y'all have a blessed night. All right. Peace and blessings. All right, peace and blessings to y'all. Let me stop being like that. And I feel so blessed and happy and thankful and grateful. It's like I don't have a whole lot to, my main thing when it comes to me feeling sad is my mom. My mom not being here. Like I can't, I could care less about what other people feel or think a lot of times, because if I could bring my mom back here, if I could see my mom again, if I had more time with my mom, I never thought I would be in my 40s losing my mom, guys. So nothing that anybody can say or do to you that's petty or jealous or envy related can do you anything. It doesn't, the loss of your mom, the loss of a child is no greater. It's the greatest, it's the worst negative in your life. And so nothing that anyone can say or do to you or discuss about you could hurt you as much as losing your mom has hurt me. So you know, it can't compare, you know, like losing my mom can't compare to even my worst heartbreak in life with a man, you know, it can't, it doesn't compare. So when you lose a parent, it really puts things in perspective for you as far as the shit you will and will not put up with, period. It really does, because it's almost like what could I lose that's greater than my mom? What could I lose that's greater than the person that was everything to me, that is still everything to me, that I didn't even make a major decision about anything unless I talked to her, you know? So you say you lost your mom at 11 and it's been the biggest void in my life. It is the hugest void in my life right now. So when you start to look at the things that people do and say, think about the biggest loss in your life. It can never compare to that. It never compares to that. And this is why you have to take the high road on some things. Some things you have to address. I'm sorry about that, guys. Chevelle, yeah, so you lost your mom at 17. Yeah, and I mean, just imagine, I got to have my mom until I'm in my 40s, but imagine you're 17. Nor BB, she's 11. They got people that, you know, that's his baby 11. That's a teen 11. I'm 17. You know, so I definitely feel blessed and thankful that I was actually able to have her until I was in my 40s. You know, but you know, those twins, Kim, the lady Kim that passed, Diddy's baby mama. I followed him on my other channel just to keep up with him because I couldn't even imagine being that young, losing your mom. You know, Tina said I lost my father and elder sister when I was 21, so I know what it's like to lose someone close to you. It's hard. It's very hard, so especially if you're close to your father. You know, you're close to your sister. You know, it's hard. Like the second I couldn't even imagine my twin sister, guys. Like, oh my God, I think I'll probably be needing to get an assessment, a mental assessment. But anyway, good night. I'm serious. It's real hard. So good night. Take care. Stay blessed. Don't forget to check out the Little Bootsy reading and Lil Nas X. Don't forget to check out our boy Kevin Samuels. He was on the platform saying that men should support men and being with other men. So don't forget to check out that content as well. Don't forget to check out the content with Machine Gun Kelly. Even if you don't like him, let it run so I can get the views. And also the Darius McCrary and the Sydney Star, the trans person, the trans model he was having a relationship with. Well, a friendship with. Let me correct that. Make sure you check that out. So we got what in the last 4 days, 4 readings on the channel. So make sure you check out everyone to show support. Let it run on through and take care, stay blessed, and have a great night. And I appreciate you so much. Bye-bye.